What's happening, YouTube? I'll make a quick video here. Got a 98 Camaro convertible. Only got 53,000 miles, but of course, like everybody else, the dash completely separated into a million pieces. So I tried to pull it out to glue it back together. However, obviously, as you could tell, there is no dash, so it crumbled into pieces. So my plan is I bought a dash cap on eBay. I'll show you that in a minute. My plan is to make the dash cap the dash. And I'll show you how I did that, or I'm trying to do that. So if you see here, this right there is where the tab normally was, where it snaps into place. There, and there's a couple other places here. Right there. You can see it. And then back here is Velcro. So I wasn't able to save the original dash, but I'm gonna go into the garage here. My hot mess of a garage. Here is the dash cap, all right? This is just a dash cap I bought on eBay for 65 bucks. And what I did was I took the original foam off of the original dash. That survived perfectly, as you could see. The dash itself is literally in my trash can in a million pieces. So what I did was I salvaged all of the Velcro pucks that mount the dash to the car, including the little puck that allows you to install the security light, and there's a sensor in there as well. All right, so the cool thing about the foam is they do have cutouts in the foam where the Velcro pucks go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the Velcro pucks onto the dash cap, right? This was the only one I was able to save with a spacer that's originally molded. That's the last piece of my dash right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them all about this height, because it's got to come slightly above the foam, just a little bit, right? So originally they're like this. So this is the little stud that they were clipped on to the car with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install those, the Velcro at the top, and then use the glue provided, 100% Chinese, everything. I don't even know what the kind of glue it is, but that's what we'll use. And these are kind of the spacers that I'm going with, something to this effect, in order to glue them down to here, in order for it to become my dash rather than just a dash cap. Now I pre-fitted it on and it fits really well. So this, I believe, goes somewhere around here. So I'll just glue this on here, make a couple holes so the light bulb goes on, and glue this down with just some 2-part epoxy. I think originally it goes somewhere here. There was more plastic here on the original dash, but I can't do that. This is gonna break into pieces if I try to glue it here. So we'll go here, a couple holes. I'm not really worried about that. There's some space in the dash for that. So we'll do that. So stay tuned if you are in the same boat as I am and you have a dash on a 98, I guess a Gen 4 Camaro, and you don't have a dash to glue to like I do. We're gonna give this a shot, and let's see on the follow-up video what it's gonna look like when it's done. Stay tuned. All right, YouTubers, part 2. Here's what we got. I've got them glued on. They're ugly, but man, do they work. All right, so there we go. There we go. So what you're looking at is, this is the one that had its own piece. The rest of them, I needed a spacer to elevate them a little bit. So what I used was a base plate gasket from an 84 Corvette, my Corvette right there, from my Corvette throttle body. I had a spare because I had to buy 2 kits in order to finish whatever. Anyways, I chopped it up into pieces. That's it right there. Okay, I just chopped it up. I had a spare. It's kind of like a cardboard plastic thing, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I glued it down. I'm gonna let it dry. Hopefully nice and firm. And let it dry up, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully they're not too high. I don't think they are, because I'm kind of looking at the foam, and they're almost level with the foam. This one's a little bit higher, but it's dead center. I believe that's where it came from anyways. And then the last piece is going to be this guy here. I haven't done that yet, but it's got to go here technically. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to have to figure it out. But stay tuned for part 3. So, progress.
What's happening, YouTube? Final product here. So I just finished it up, glued it all back down, kept it overnight. There she is. So this is me turning a dash cap into a full-on dash. So a little dirty here. I had weights laying on top of it. A little extra glue I've got to wipe off over there. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I think it turned out pretty good considering everything. So I guess you know, if you're in the mood to try, there's how turning a dash cap into a full-on dash looks.